How to discover what you're truly built for. A mentor and coach I know recently asked, "What are you built for?" And it catapulted me into memories of when I was back in college and even later on in life when I had different phases that I changed careers and was trying to figure myself out. And I thought, wow, that's actually the perfect question for people who are currently lost in fear, anxious about life, worried about work and getting laid off, and really going through all the feels of the chaos that's happening in the world right now. And it made me start thinking about, what did I think about and what did I do to help myself get out of it? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I started thinking about, what are the skills, the talents, the things that I'm known for, right? What am I built for? That means, what is it that you bring out into the world that people know you for? And I know it can be a really difficult question because sometimes we can't see ourselves outside of ourselves, but that's a really key question. And it's the question actually that catapulted me into the next phase of my life, my career, and really being more purpose driven in my own life. So, what are you built for? And I know it's a difficult question. So if you can't seem to answer the question yourself about what skills and talents and things that really are your calling card, then here's a tip for you. Ask the people around you. Ask your family, your friends, the people who see you on a daily basis, even if it's the corner grocery store guy who sees you every day. That person might actually know more about you than you know about yourself because you can't see yourself, right? So they might say, "Hey, you always do this for me," or "You're always so resourceful in this area," or "Hey, guess what? This thing that you did for me, it changed everything for me." So start thinking about these questions for yourself. What are you built for? What skills, what characteristics actually make you who you are? And then the next phase of that question is, what values do you have? What are things that you really value and that you really want to bring out and expand in the world, right? What do you want to be known for? What kind of world do you want to be in? And what is going to be your contribution to that part of the world or to the world as a whole? So here's a surprising truth about your idea of what you think you're built for and what's really the truth. When I was younger, I was fascinated by the salsa scene. And even today, I actually love to dance. And at one point, I thought, well, maybe I'll become a salsa dancer, right? But that's not exactly true. Sometimes we have to look beyond just the things that we're interested in to see the underlying pieces of what that means for you. For me, salsa was a combination of sort of the masculine and feminine energies, where the feminine has that flow, that beautiful creative energy. And the masculine is more structure and, coordination and creating the steps. And all obviously also just setting the pace and creating the container for the dance itself. So for me, it was a beautiful combination of those two energies. And that was more balancing for me. It helped me bring out my creative side and also balanced it out with the structured side, which for me as a Gemini, that's kind of how I work. I work with both sides. But at the end of the day, that particular career wasn't going to work for me because it didn't reach into the deeper aspects of who I am, which at the end of the day, I feel like I've always been a problem solver. And problem solver in different ways. I was an engineer when I went to college. I now am a coach. And so I've always been able to find ways to help people see the bigger picture, put all the pieces together, and help them understand themselves better than they even know themselves, right? Because I can see all the different elements that are involved. Same when I was working in corporate. In technology, I would see all these different requirements, all these different aspects that could be problems, and I was able to come up with some kind of solution, often a very creative solution that maybe people have never thought of before. What are those deeper aspects of you? So start thinking about a list of all the things that you're really good at, that are all your talents, all your skills, and all the things that you're really good at. Then take it another level. What are you really passionate about? What is a deeper skill that you're really good at that is a unique calling card for you? For me, it's that problem solving aspect, right? And if you can couple that with your one of your missions in life, and my personal mission is actually to help people and to really help a million people really reconnect to themselves and get out of burnout and stress and be more purpose driven in their lives. And how do I do that, right? How do I do that? For me personally, by becoming a coach and helping them understand, their lives better than they understand it themselves, and help them move to the next phase of what they need to do. And so for me, that brings the creative aspects, that brings the problem solving aspects, that also brings in the people aspect where I can truly engage with people and understand people and connect and talk to people, because I really love connecting with people of all walks of life, and learning their stories and understanding where they come from and how they became who they became. So what is your calling card? What is it that really is in the depth of you that is a deeper part of who you are, and possibly even what kind of problem you want to solve? Sometimes our biggest pain turns into our passion. So for me, when I was in college and even through some of my corporate career, I was struggling to understand, well, do I want to be an engineer or do I want to be some other kind of problem solver? And so it took me through a whole different levels of understanding of myself to really get to the point where I realized that there were a whole lot of skills that I really wasn't using. Hence, I was bored when I was in college studying engineering. Hence, I was bored studying, doing the work I was doing in some of my corporate career, in some of my corporate jobs. Start asking yourself, if you're bored, if you're not really using the deeper skills that really make you who you are you in the right job? Are you in the right career? Are you really pursuing your purpose? And by the way, sometimes your career may not be aligned to what your mission is, right? To your purpose. You can actually use sometimes your career to fund what your purpose is. You can, totally like have a corporate gig while you're raising money to create a nonprofit organization. I mean, that kind of stuff happens all the time. So what level are you at? Are you at the point where you're looking for more? You want to go deeper? Then start asking yourself those questions. Where are the deeper values that I am not seeing and that I'm not really bringing out into the world? And also the accompanying skills that can help you bring those about. And if you align those two you'll get closer and closer. And for me, what I tell people is come up with all the different talents that you have, connect them to a deeper purpose or mission that you really want to bring into the world, and then connect them to that purpose or value. Like, what do you want to bring out into the world, and see where the match is. Where can you match your skills, your passion, and some of your purpose, and then what you want to bring into the world. And then see what that looks like for you and how you can bring that out into the world. And if you need some help, message me or go to my site to take small steps for big courage and become 1% braver every single day.